Okay, booty pop off. Because it's imperative to see just how straight my back is. You might only go to here or here, whatever's fine. This one is a little tricky, I'm not gonna lie. Hello YouTube, I'm so excited for another video. Today, I'm doing a full lower body workout. Obviously, we're still gonna have a focus on the glutes because that is the most aesthetically pleasing lower body muscle in my opinion. I feel like I just have so much knowledge on this, and I really wanted to do a more in-depth video of just my holy grail exercises for the lower body. Obviously, I'm not going to be including all of the exercises in here because I'm only picking 4 or 5. But I am picking 4 or 5 of my favorite exercises that really helped me grow and develop my lower body. I'm hoping to do it mic'd up. We'll see how busy the gym is. I'm so excited to get on the YouTube. Short form content just really, it's okay. I like it, but I think I'm really excited to get into the long form content. So if you could please like and subscribe. I know, whatever. You don't have to. I don't really want to have to say that, but yes. All right, let's get to it. I usually start with a squat or a hip thrust movement. I feel like we've seen hip thrust time and time again. Honestly, I'm kind of over them right now, so I'm going to be doing a squat movement today. This is the machine I chose today. Honestly, it's really, really good. It's a new one in the gym that I go to, so all the cues and tips are going to be the same no matter what kind of squat you're doing, so just keep that in mind. All right, so I always start with no weight. Be taking this set nice and slow and just really trying to figure out our foot position and eye tempo. So I'm driving my knees over my toes, trying not to let this lower back round and drive up. It took me a long time to get to that depth, so you might only go to here or here, whatever's fine. If you do feel like your lower back is rounding, then that means you're going too low. Adjust the foot position as you need, but remember to take this nice and slow. You don't add weight until you get your form down. Honestly, this machine is heavy by itself. For my warm-up set, I usually try to get to like 10. For my working sets, I usually start from anywhere from like 8 to 12 and then slowly decrease. So I'll do 8 to 12, the first working set, and then I might go down to 8 to 10 or even 6 to 10, and then I'll go down to like 6 or 8. Really trying to push that last set close to failure. All right, this last set, I am going to just play my music and really dial in. I'm going to try to get 8. If we get 7, I will be happy. I had to really force that last one. Not really a pretty rep, but that's sometimes what the last sets or last reps look like. I think this is going to be the one that majority of people have the most trouble with. It is a very difficult one because your form is very, 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 very important on these. So I'm going to try to take it nice and slow, just like any other exercise. I want you to make sure that you are starting light. You by no means need to be going heavy right away until you get your form dialed in. You want your feet to be as flat and as wide as they can get. Again, same kind of thing with the last movement. This RDL, all of the cues will apply for any kind of RDL you're doing. Everybody's stance might look a little bit different. Same with the squats. I like more of a narrow stance. Take us a nice deep breath. Engage your core, and then we're going to be sending the hips back like there's a door behind us and we're shutting it. So we're just going to shut it with our butt. So again, take this slow and controlled. So you're going to go down. Everyone's depth is going to look different. So some people might go here. Some people might get here. I personally like to go pretty deep. But again, I've been doing this for quite some time. So you can work your way to that depth. But again, make sure your form is right before you do anything. I also I like to keep my head, neck, spine aligned. I don't really like to tuck my chin. Just like to keep it completely aligned. Nice. Up. Drive up. These are feeling really good today. I'm going to do a side profile because I think that is really important and super helpful because it's imperative to see just how straight my back is. You don't want it rounding. Again, deep breath. Once you pick up the weight, really make sure you are in that right foot position. And again, just send in the hips back. I'm constantly keeping my core engaged. Honestly, I think that's one of the most important parts of this exercise. If I'm being completely honest with you, I only did 2 exercises so far and I'm tired. So this is why I don't jam pack my lower body specifically with a bunch of stuff, because I be pushing the intensity and that's really all you need. You don't need 20 different workouts. You just need to put more intensity on the exercise at hand. It really could all be so simple, honestly. This one might be one of the most underrated glute exercises. And the reason why I say underrated is because, yes, people do them, but it's not really talked about for glutes as much. I know not every gym has this leg press machine. So if I were you, just look for one that's like horizontal like this rather than more vertical. That might be personal preference too. You kind of have to figure out what's best for you, but this is such a good exercise for the glutes. Spread the toes nice and wide. Use both arms to hold on to the handles to really make sure I keep my butt in the seat. If your butt comes off the seat or if your lower back comes off the seat, it's not great. Usually that means you are either going too far or you're just moving too quickly. So again, just like any other movement, slow it down, really dial in on form. I can get this thing on. So I'm pushing myself down into the seat. Sometimes I come up here. I literally am feeling this in my glute more than anything and driving out with my glute. Sometimes I lean my body a little bit over towards whatever glute is working. When it's straight, try to keep a slight bend. So I'm coming down, really driving. This angle might be a little bit better. So this is our starting position. Again, we're going to mess around with this working leg until we figure out what foot position is feeling the best. I'm going to put the mic down so I can grab onto both handles. Okay, booty pop off. This one is a little tricky, I'm not gonna lie. Personally, I do these a little differently than what you might be seeing online. I don't round my back, I keep my back straight, but that is, just something I've learned throughout the years that I think is just a little better. So my feet are a little outside of shoulder width, pointed slightly outward. These ones are difficult, so please take them nice and slow. Honestly, I sometimes don't use weight. You have to make sure you're really being intentional with these because they are tricky. So again, I like to try to keep, if you can see my body is pretty straight. And I also don't fully squeeze my glutes. I try to keep tension on them though. So I'm coming down and I'm coming up and there's tension in my glutes, but I'm not like squeezing them. So, that's just something that you learn as you go with practice, just like the keeping the tension without you don't necessarily need to squeeze the glutes. But yeah, again, this kind of thing comes with practice. So take them just like every other exercise, slow and controlled, and then you can add weight. I'm not even going to use any weight today because honestly, those RDLs killed my hamstrings. that just goes to show that you really only need 1 or 2 exercises for each muscle in each workout if you're training hard enough.